Grieving the life you thought you would have. That's where I'm currently at in life. And I had to accept the fact that the life I wanted for myself, or the life I saw for myself, is not obtainable at this point in my life. And I have to make a pivot onto a new direction. And it comes a time in a lot of people's lives where they have to come to this realization that, hey, it's not that I didn't work hard enough, I didn't take enough risk. It's just that the stars didn't align for me. And, life is not always fair. And it is what it is. I tried and it's time to see what's in the next chapter for me. And that's where I'm currently at. In life, you can't really predict anything. Yeah, I saw a certain life for myself, but nothing is really set in stone in this world. Everything is very, very unpredictable. And it was hard for me to come to terms with I had to let it go. I had to let the dream go. I had to let the passion go because it wasn't doing me no good. Every day thinking about it, wasting time and energy on it, being upset with myself that I didn't, you know, reach my goals sooner. And just taking it out on myself. I wasn't kind to myself as I thought I didn't do everything I could do. I thought I was slacking. I maybe maybe I didn't take enough risk. I don't know. But I have to come to the realization that I have to pivot. I have to take a new direction. And who knows, maybe the new direction was the direction I was always supposed to be on. But I had to go through certain things in life to get to this point. And it just got me thinking like, you're not gonna always get what you want in this life. You're not gonna always get what you want. I know that's not the what you want to hear right now. That's not what I want to hear. But you can't have everything you want in life, no matter how hard you try. It's just not in the deck of cards to everybody. And I know you see so many people achieving their goals, achieving their dreams, living the life you thought you would have. And you're just like, what happened to me? Am I not doing something? But you could be doing everything and it's still not work out in your favor. And sometimes you just have to be honest with yourself and say, hey, it's time to pack it up. It's time to pack it up. It's like you chasing this goal, you're going to be chasing it forever. And I know people say follow your passion, but sometimes your passion leads you to a dead end. And sometimes you have to take that exit onto the new road and follow your new goals. So now that I'm in my 30s and I've realized that the life I saw for myself in my 20s, I haven't achieved it by now. And it don't really make sense for me to spend another 5, 10 years chasing something that it doesn't really seem too obtainable. Plus you haven't really seen any progress with it over the years. So it comes to the point where You have to find a new path, a new passion, a new goal. Maybe things are different now. Maybe you can't take as much risk as you used to because you're older now. You got to think for the future now. You can't just live for the now. You got to think for the future now. In my 20s, I was just living in the now. I was living in the now. I wasn't really thinking, too much of the future. But now you're in your 30s, you kind of put your whole life into perspective now. You're thinking about your older years. So now you're trying to make more calculated risk, more calculated ventures that could eventually pay off. Nothing crazy, nothing far-fetched, something realistic to your goals, to your life, to your situation that you're in right now. And that's just where I'm at. That's just where I'm at in life. Like, it's not easy. It's not easy telling myself, hey, hey, it's done for you. Like, it's done. Like, pack it up. Like, it's over. Like, find something else. Find something else to do. Like, this is not working, and you're going nowhere fast. Like, do something else. It's not easy to say that to myself, but I have to be honest with myself, and I enjoy that I could be honest with myself. That not everything you want is for you. And maybe what I wanted isn't for me. And maybe, there's some other plans in the universe for me. I don't know. And that's a scary thing about life because you don't really know. You could plan and plan and plan as much as you want, but you never truly know. And the reason why I'm making this video, because I know there's a lot of guys, women, who are in, maybe not the same situation, but similar situations where they reach the age where they're like, okay, something got to give now. Like, I got to do something now. I got to do something now. And because what I was doing for the past 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever, I'm not seeing no results. So now I got to make a change. And that realization that, you have to stop something you wanted so bad that you finally have to give it up. And that makes me think about the older people I encounter in life. Like people in their, 50s, 60s, 70s. Because you never really think about their passions, their dreams. But I'm pretty sure they had dreams, they had goals that they didn't necessarily achieve. And they had to come to the point where, okay, I gave it my all, it didn't work. Now I have to be content with the life I have and do the best I can with that through my older years. And it probably was a tough realization. Because that could have been anybody. That could have been your mom, your dad, your uncle, a stranger, whoever. And now it's you. Now you're at that point where, okay, it's not working out for me. And now you're grieving the life you thought you would have. But everybody grieves different, so I'm willing to, just take this time and, come to peace with it and just be like, hey, I tried my best, it didn't work out, and now I have to think more wisely, more smarter moving forward. Now, this is not a message telling anybody that they should give up on what they're doing once they reach a certain age. Because like I said, everybody's path is different. I can't tell you how your life plays out. You have to know internally whether you should keep going or not. This is something you have to know within yourself. Nobody could tell you that once you reach this age, you should stop. Because who knows? I could tell you stop and, you was on the path to breaking, breaking into that life you wanted, or at least making some type of change. So this is something you have to feel within yourself, and nobody else could tell you. But me personally, I felt like, you know, I gotta make a pivot. I tried my best, but I have to make a pivot because it hasn't really led me anywhere, and you're gonna resent yourself. You're gonna resent yourself for spending so much time chasing something, going after something that doesn't really seem too feasible. Almost like you're not even living in reality. It's like you're living in a fairy tale land. You're living in this life, this imaginary life that you want. And you can never be truly happy if you're still stuck on the life you think you should have or the life you wanted. At some point, you just have to accept what you have going on now. And you got to take accountability because, like I said, I created this life. Nobody created it but me. I made the decisions, the steps, and everything, and I have created this life. But uh, but I just want to say that is I like getting these things off my chest, as it does make me feel better. And plus, once I speak these out into the universe, it becomes a little bit more real. It becomes a little bit more real. But yeah, I know the next thing. Who knows? The next steps in your life might be the best steps in your life. You know what what you've been working on throughout the years could lead up to this very moment. So I'm not the guy to be like, I don't know. The next steps in my life might be the best steps. So that might be the greatest thing that ever happened in my life. And if I didn't decide to make this pivot, I would never know. So, oh yeah, and this is this thing called the sunken cost fallacy. Is that when you put so much time into something that you don't see yourself stopping because you feel like your efforts will go to waste because you already put so much time, money, effort, blood, sweat, and tears into it. And sometimes letting something go is the best thing you could do. And starting fresh, starting new mind, new ideas, new adventures. Sometimes the best thing you could do. But yeah, that's about it, man. Shout out to y'all. Peace. And like I say, look within yourself, and you will always tell yourself what's the right thing to do. You will never lead yourself wrong because you love yourself. You want yourself to be great. So look within yourself, and you will find the answer. Thank you.